My 10-year-old daughter came home from school and couldn't find her puppy. My mom smiled and said, "We sold it. Your cousins wanted new phones." What happened next tore our family apart. My daughter Lily loved that dog more than anything. His name was Max, a small golden puppy she got for her 8th birthday. For 2 years, they were inseparable. She read to him, slept beside him, even left a spot for him at the dinner table. To Lily, Max wasn't a pet. He was family. That afternoon, my wife and I were both at work when Lily got home from school. My mother was babysitting. About 20 minutes later, my phone rang. I answered, expecting the usual after-school call. Instead, I heard crying. Not normal crying, the kind that makes your stomach drop. "Dad, Max is gone." I immediately pulled my car over. "What do you mean he's gone? He isn't here." Then I heard my mother's voice in the background. Calm, almost cheerful. "We sold it." For a second, I thought I misheard. "You what?" My mother laughed. "Your sister's kids wanted new phones." I couldn't speak. Apparently, my sister had been complaining that her children were the only kids in their class without the latest iPhone. Mom decided to help, and somehow concluded that selling my daughter's dog was the solution. I drove home so fast I barely remember the trip. When I arrived, Lily was sitting on the stairs crying. My mother looked annoyed. Not guilty. Annoyed. "You're overreacting." I stared at her. "You sold my daughter's dog. It's just a dog." Lily started crying harder. That was the moment something inside me snapped. I asked one question. Who bought him? Mom folded her arms. "Why does it matter?" I grabbed my keys and left. 3 hours later, I found the buyer, an elderly man named Robert. The second he heard what happened, his face changed. "You mean that wasn't her dog to sell?" "No." Robert looked horrified. Then he opened the door. Max came running out. The second Lily saw him, she dropped to her knees. Max nearly knocked her over trying to reach her. Even Robert started tearing up. Then he handed me the paperwork. My mother had taken less than $200 for him, less than the cost of the phones. Robert refused to take the money back. He simply gave Max back for free. I thought that was the end. It wasn't. A week later, Robert called again. Apparently, he recognized my mother's name. Years earlier, Robert had served as executor of my grandfather's estate. During our conversation, something unexpected came up. My grandfather had left money for every grandchild, including Lily, a trust fund, one nobody had told us about. The trustee had been my mother. My stomach dropped. We started asking questions. Then lawyers got involved. The investigation took months. The results were ugly. Over the years, thousands of dollars had quietly disappeared from multiple accounts. Money intended for grandchildren. Money that somehow kept ending up helping my sister and her children. The missing amount was well over $80,000. When the family learned the truth, everything exploded. Relatives stopped speaking to my mother. My sister blamed everyone except herself. Lawyers demanded repayment. The trust was transferred to independent management. At the next Thanksgiving, my mother arrived expecting things to be normal. Nobody spoke to her. Nobody spoke to my sister either. The entire table sat in silence. For the first time in her life, nobody defended her. A year later, Lily asked me why Grandma never visits anymore. I looked down at Max sleeping beside her feet. Then I told her the truth. Because some people care more about money than family. Lily scratched behind Max's ears. Then she smiled. "That's sad." I nodded. "It is." And as I watched Max wag his tail beside her, I realized something. The best thing my mother ever did for my daughter was show her exactly who not to become.